Good evening, magic players and card collectors of all kinds. Welcome back to the channel. I am here to give you guys another channel update, following my last night's update, or my yesterday's update, rather. Um, I've given a lot of thought to what I'm going to do for my next tournament slash league, and I couldn't sleep much last night, and yeah. So I've come up with the results of my ideas, and I wanted to share them with you guys because I'm very excited to get this started. Um, I figured this is going to take me quite a while to get through. It's not going to be efficient and quick the way the last tournament was. What's wrong, Karma? Karma's growling underneath of me. She and her brother are having a rough night tonight, both barking their heads off. I think she's going to go off again. Anyways, so what I've done is I've decided to create the first ever Magical Pulls League. Um, I started out by listing all my decks. I don't know if you guys can see that quite well. Hopefully you can. Oh, my thumb's in the way probably. So I listed them based on where they placed in the last tournament. And the last three decks I placed based on when they were most recently bought slash built. I am going to be calling this the League of 4-8s. And the reason for that is because I'm going to have 4 rounds of 8 decks each round, competing in micro tournament style matchups where it's going to be like I want to call it round robin, but it's not round robin. I guess it is round robin. It's going to be like a round robin style for the first 4 rounds, and then the last round will be a knockout elimination style. These are going to be the rules and plans that I'm going to play by. I'm going to be using dice to randomly choose the 8 decks that go in. And I decided to go with my trusty orange die because those of you who have been following my channel know that orange is one of my favorite colors. It's not my absolute favorite color. My absolute favorite color is evergreen. But I don't have an evergreen die, so I'm going to go with orange. So the way this is going to work is each round there will be 8 randomly chosen decks, and they'll be given up to 12 matches. Now, when I say up to 12, I'm going to have a mercy ruling on this. If I see that 2 decks clearly have like a 5-point advantage, I'm not going to bother playing out the other decks at that point. In fact, I'm going to write that down now. That's a good idea. Round robin mercy rule, 5 points. Round robin. Actually, let's make it 10 points. Mercy rule equals 2 decks with 10-point lead. And the reason for that is each round, we're going to tally up points this time. I learned my lesson from the Magical Pulls tournament 1. I'm not going to do first, second, third, fourth, and whoever gets the highest place advances, because that really kind of sunk my last tournament in some places. There's a couple decks that I really think should have got higher place in the last tournament. In particular, I think Elevir should have been actually first place. with the way it played up until the third and fourth place match with Gies and Gerolf, where I'd say Gies and Gerolf actually defeated it personally. But anyways, continuing on. So I'm going to have 4 points for every time I get first with a deck, 3 for second, and so on and so forth. The top 2 decks in each round will advance to the knockout stage, and at the knockout stage, each deck in a pairing will be given 3 matches to accumulate points, and the one with the highest points after 3 matches will win. We're going to do the finals as 5 matches again. Finals equal 5 matches. And after each round, there will be another video where I will do another dice roll-off. I'm going to make it a rule that no deck can be picked more than twice in a row. No deck chosen more than twice in a row, because I want to make sure that every deck has a chance at the wild card position. After all 4 rounds are completed, the decks that have not advanced will have their points accumulated from all 4 rounds, and the top 4 will be considered the wild card slots for this tournament. So ultimately, out of my 17 decks currently, 12 will advance to the knockout stage. That being said, I do intend to get some of the Bloom Haven, I think is what it's called. The decks that are coming out in August. I'm planning to get the Squirrel deck if I have the money for it, and the Rabbit deck. So those will both get added to the contest later on, and therefore they'll have less likely a chance of unfortunately getting a wildcard slot, but maybe they might win one of the other rounds. So that's kind of what the point of this is to give the wildcards, to give the decks that don't perform top tier but perform well enough throughout the tournament and throughout the league a chance at getting into the finals. So then what will happen is at the knockout stage, the first 4 matches would be the second place decks versus the wildcard decks. And then from there, we'll have the first place decks seeded to the second round. And the last thing I wanted to say was that, well, there's 2 things. One, I thought about it a lot, and I'm going to settle ties with overtime matches. So if 2 decks have the same amount of points, they'll both get an extra match. If they have the same amount of points after that, it'll continue on until one of them has more points than the other. So basically like sudden death in hockey, essentially. And finally, I'm going to be updating my decks throughout this tournament this time. It was really hard last time buying new cards and not being able to update the decks that were in the tournament until I was finished. And now that I am finished, I don't know where I want to begin with updating some of those decks because I put it off too long. So I've decided this time that throughout the league, they will be permitted to be updated. Once we get to the knockout stages, I probably won't be updating them anymore, just to make it fair. But yeah. So with all of that said, each deck is assigned a number, as I showed you at the beginning, 1 through 17. I am going to simply roll this die here in my hand 8 times, hopefully on screen. And I'm going to record the first 8 decks for the next tournament, challenge that I am proposing with my decks. Hopefully this will be as well received as the last one. And if you guys have any advice or any thoughts towards this, I would love to hear them. I am hoping to record the games, of course, as many as I possibly can online, clearly because I won't be able to record in person anymore. unless I find a new set of friends. And yeah, so let's get this show on the road. Is that on screen? No, it's not on screen. Damn. That one won't count. There we go. That's on screen. That is a 1. Figures. Tovalar took the tournament in the last one. Tovalar is going to lead off in this one. That is a 4. Gießen Giraffe. I have to say I was really proud of my sealed only deck getting 4th in that last tournament. Out of 14 decks, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay, now I'm just showing off. 3, that would be Elevir. Let's see if we can get some numbers in the teens. I don't want this to just be the first round being the finals all over again. 20, unfortunately, I think that was off screen, but even if it wasn't, I don't have a 20 deck yet. 8. 8 is a little higher, at least. Who was slotted into 8? 8 was Kess. Kess makes the list as the 4th deck. All right. 9. Was that on? I'm going to re-roll it. I don't think that was on. 3 we've already had, and it's off screen too. 15. All right. 15, that one's on screen. Yeah. Beautiful. 15 is the Micro Tyrant. Micro Tyrant. I've been having a lot of fun with that deck, actually. I'm excited to see that one get into a tournament match. Ah, 10. Did it go off screen? It went off screen. Dang, son of a gun. 20. 7. 7 was on screen. Who is 7? 7 Kets. Did I already do 7? Nope. 7 is Anawan. Ooh. This one just got a kick in the teeth. Anawan is a definite threat. It may have underperformed in the last tournament, but that's only because of the way the rules were structured. 12, is that on screen? Nope. Damn. 10. Okay, that one's on screen. Who is 10? 10 is Hackball. Hackball. And finally, 12. 12 was Essica. That is one heck of a stacked lineup for the first round of the league. That is impressive. So, we have Tovalar, Gießen Giraffe, Elevir, Kess, Micro Tyrant, Anawan, Hackball, and Essica going for the first round. I expect each round of this to take anywhere from a month to 2 months. And then I'm hoping that I can do the knockout rounds within like a month. And therefore be done by the holiday season. That is the game plan, at least. But in the meantime, I'm going to go get started with this league now. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I would love to hear your input on my tournament if you have any other suggestions or thoughts on how I should do things. And please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Much love to you all. And for me to you, take care. And it's a Puggy! Hello, Puggy! She's shy tonight. Alright, I guess that's all I have. Bye!